On Sunday the 14th of April, Bishop Alan McGuckian will be installed as the new Bishop of Down and Connor. This is an important moment for our diocese, and in these videos I'll be speaking to some of those who are helping to organise it or who will be attending on the day. I'll also be looking at what it means and speaking to Bishop Alan himself as he looks forward not just to his installation but this new chapter in the history of Down and Connor. And to begin, I'm headed to St Peter's Cathedral in Belfast where the installation will take place. I'm meeting Father Martin Graham, the administrator of the cathedral, who will be Master of Ceremonies on the day. Thank you for meeting me at the door of the cathedral, very kind of you. Of course, that's what you're going to be doing on Sunday coming as well with the Bishop. Why the formal greeting at the door?
The Bishop is being presented to the Cathedral chapter and through the Cathedral chapter presented to the clergy and the lay faithful of the diocese. So it comes from the old way of that people wouldn't have known who the Bishop was because they wouldn't have seen his photographs. So the Metropolitan, the Archbishop, says, "This is your Bishop," and they then welcome him into the cathedral, into his cathedral church to take his role as the Bishop of the diocese.
From the door, Bishop Alan will then make his way in procession through the cathedral. We've moved up to the sanctuary now. The next part of the ceremony involves a letter from the Pope. What happens there?
So in that, the Pope is the one who has actually appointed Bishop Alan as the Bishop of the diocese. So again, text messages and all didn't exist hundreds of years ago. So a letter called the Papal Mandate was sent. And this is what the Bishop would have presented to the clergy to say, "I am now your Bishop." And that's what he will present on the day. And that will be read out to the congregation who will be here so that they will understand that Bishop Alan has been appointed from Rome.
The next part of the ceremony takes place at the Cathedral. What is a Cathedral?
The Cathedral is the Bishop's seat, and that's why we are known as the Cathedral, because it holds the Cathedral. And the Cathedral is an elaborate chair, and the reason for that is to emphasise the fact that the Bishop is the primary teacher of the faith within the diocese. So whenever the Bishop preaches, he usually preaches from the chair.
From the sanctuary, Father Martin led me to the sacristy, where the ceremonies are prepared and where many of the liturgical items are stored, including the Bishop's mitre and crozier.
Well, a crozier, first of all, is the teaching staff. It is the pastoral authority of a bishop in his diocese. So whenever a bishop is celebrating Mass, he will normally carry the crozier with him. This crozier here belonged to Bishop Dorian, who was the bishop here when the cathedral opened in 1866. And that was happy coincidence because it was only a church. It only became a cathedral in 1986. But this was the one that was used by him during his time as the Bishop of Down and Connor.
Of course, we can't all be there in St Peter's on the 14th, but Father Martin wants us to know that everyone is welcome at our diocesan cathedral.
The cathedral is open every day from early morning until usually around about 6 o'clock in the evening, and anybody from the diocese are welcome. We have visitors all of the time.
Next time, I'll be finding out more about the Bishop's vestments and talking to Scottish artist Ruth Black, who's making a set specially for Bishop Alan's installation.